Let's do the countess then. Where do I want to go? Here. Okay. Pretty much most of the map has been cleared out. Okay, good. Those guys are scary. Those flying guys are actually really fucking scary. Just because they hit like fucking trucks. Might just hit once. They hit like absolute trucks. I'm not sure what makes them hit so much. I think their poison is like really high damage over a small time span, like over a couple of seconds only. They hit. Oh my god. Feel the pain when they hit you. Okay, fortitude, nice. Wish I got more of them. Okay. Shit. Kite. I don't want anybody hitting me at all. Where's the scary guy? There he is. Is there another pack here? Heal potions, right? Nice, got the tower. You know what? I'll go remove the amplify damage just in case.
Good evening.
There's quite a few of I mean mostly those ranged drows are the scary ones in here. When something like this happens, and I mean I can't kite downward. It's kind of annoying to deal with. This still with might aura on just about any type of monsters deal enough damage. Well, not one shot me, but you know, they can kill me. They can definitely kill me. There seems to be another pack. Less tame again. I guess Blessed Aim isn't as scary as versus as for some other classes. It's because of the high defense you have from your Holy Shield. My defense is it's not crazy high when you compare it to something like even my Chavazon that I was just playing before. She was wearing Treachery. And essentially any class except for Barbarian wearing Treachery. Defense won't be high just because of the 0 enhanced defense on your armor, which is literally the main source of. Any bug chests here? No. Yeah, so your main source of defense. I think there should be a special chest over here. Special, I suppose so, but nothing good dropped here. So I think I'm going the wrong way. There's some minions here for sure. Okay, these guys aren't scary. Making sure he doesn't have something as scary as Fire Enhanced when he has Conviction Aura. If he explodes with Conviction on me, I might just die. So that happened to hasn't really happened in a while, so I'm really not sure on how much damage the explosion, death explosion can deal. But I remember I've died at least once to that when playing with some friends. Of course, it's a given that my gear was way worse back then, but still, it's kind of something you want to keep an eye out. Again, there's I don't believe there's slug as being too cautious for hardcore. Like for example, I was doing Ubers for I don't know how long, done like so far maybe 10 Ubers, pretty much the same gear, and then suddenly yesterday when I was doing I died, just from Mephisto, even though I had Salvation Aura, still died. I got one shot from 1.6k HP. So it's not like I was playing crazy, I was playing, recklessly or anything. Okay, shit. I could have used my full rejuve. Decide not to get the fuck out. Okay. Those guys aren't really easy to kite.
Not enough money.
Fuck. And hitboxes are fucked up on them.
Good day.
What do I do here? I mean, there's just no way. I mean, I gotta brute force this. I can't see shit what I'm hitting. What the fuck? This is so annoying. I am not hitting it. The annoying thing about these guys is that you don't really know how many of them are there, like stacked up on top of each other. For example, like right now, Jesus fucking Christ, fuck off. I think I need gold.
Hello. Yes.
Oh man, this is taking way longer than it should. They're a decently tanky. Perhaps he's magic resistant, that would explain. This is a really small area. Okay. Yeah. Okay, can fucking Jesus. Okay, you know what? Fuck these guys. Fuck. No, seriously, fuck. Fuck. Let's feed my merc a bit of health pots. Don't die. Shit. No, fuck. Man, fuck this shit. My merc shouldn't really be dying to that kind of mobs.
The sisterhood
Should
welcomes
be
you.
getting out of gold really soon, but thank God. I have a shitload of gold left over. Just put... Yeah, I was kind of saving some gold for something like a 5 million gambling video, I suppose.
The order welcomes
But
you.
it seems like I'll be using that up earlier. I will start picking up more gold like right now. Let's check. There's usually some boss packs here. Go. Shit. Kite. Point my breath, thank you. These guys are actually hitting quite hard. Especially with amplify damage. Nice. Let's see if we can find... There's... Okay, that's bad, No, I don't want to kill you, I I regret that. Yeah, bird minion. Nice. Yeah, there's usually like... Fuck, Jesus Christ. Die. There's usually like 3 packs here. Yeah, usually like 3 packs down in this level. 2 to 4, I would say. This is actually pretty bad. Probably need to swim more.
I am overburdened.
Okay, amplify damage is finished. It's no longer active on me. Okay, let's go. She's pretty easy herself, like just do her really fast. Wow, what a quest drop. I kind of regret doing this run.
Abandoned. Well, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. 35k
Yes.
gold, I imagine. Well, 34. Just as good. Right, so next up is what? Andariels, all those catacombs. And my level seems to be finally a bit more decent for the area that I'm playing. Actually, you know what? Didn't I have some gear I wanted to use? I think I did. Like, for level 67 I have this awesome piece of gear. Just for some extra skills. I'm losing a bit of resistances. I kind of need a bit more fire resistances. And we can fix that. I mean, do we need it though? I guess we're kind of lacking damage, and this is giving some life, so since I'll be sacrificing a couple of charms for life, I don't mind it. How much do I get damage? 3.552. Like 80 damage per one. No, that's not worth it, I suppose. Yeah, let's just swap out my helm, a few small charms. Really, those 15 kind of suck. 16, whatever. Just put a couple of... Yeah, 73, that's enough. I have some fire absorb. What else? Can my... No, not this one. Can my merc wear this one yet?
I'll put that to good use.
Cool. So I lower his damage by 800s. His lightning resistance is by 10. Can he wear this?
I'll put that to good use.
Nice.
Put that to good use.
1.8k extra defense. That's awesome. Okay, so that should give me a bit better setup. And this basically will allow me to deal more efficiently versus the most annoying creatures. Basically any type of bosses. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Black Marsh. Okay, minions. Nice, full rejuve. What I want to see. Like, I need to see like real bad. The health Act 1 is pretty awesome for the full rejuves, because I believe they start falling in. There's the waypoint. Start falling in Nightmare Act 5, somewhere in the frozen ones. That's the wrong road. Yeah, somewhere in those frozen areas. So, since that's the first place they can spawn, spawn quite frequently. Minions. Like, the way drop chances work is that in high areas where minions can drop so many things, the odds to drop, full rejuve kind of decreases just because there's more items possible. I mean, the same goes for any type of really useful item, not just for full rejuves. It's just kind of the one I care about at the moment. Just ignore this. No, this is the wrong path, I believe. Oh shit, those guys hurt. Those guys seriously hurt. I really don't want them attacking me. Hitting just once. I mean, my Javazon playthrough memories are still pretty fresh. I had a lot of trouble with this type of pack in Act 5. Can I go through here? Fantastic. Can I? Yeah, good. Should be somewhere here. Here. That. Okay, it's a minion pack, so I'll kill it. Lightning immunes mean lightning-based monsters don't scare me one bit. They're actually one of the easier ones, especially when you're wearing Thunder Gods. Like, they will barely scratch you. I mean, even Burning Souls with 85 maximum lightning resistance and some lightning absorb. This is actually shit. They will kind of just barely scratch you. Minions, nice. Them. Not too bad. Yes. Can I? Take both armors and just sell them for gold. Clearly lacking it.
Hello.
You know what? Actually, let's fix my inventory a bit.
The Order welcomes you.
Okay, wrong one. Not sure. I guess it's something worth mentioning. The way I'm using charge is basically for a lot of procs, but I don't want to cover a large distance with a single charge, just because of how unresponsive this game is. I mean, it's really old, it has some fucked up mechanics, and just charge is probably one of the most buggy skills out there. Just constantly gets bugged and all sorts of Okay, there's the guy. Probably want to clear out the zone before I go there. I want my merc tank for sure. Yeah, so charge is one of the most buggy skills you have in Diablo. Doesn't really work properly all the time. Basically, making small charges is both safer and it doesn't bug it as much.
Turn the tide against evil.
Magic resistant, fuck off. Doesn't have the curse, that's good. And as you can see, he's being slow. Oh, actually, right, my Merc has the 75% slow item. I don't give a shit about this guy at all. He can't really kill me. Okay, nice. I'll take that. But, let's just move on. So yeah, using a lot of charges for small distance, make sure it doesn't bug as often. It still does, but I've noticed that chances are way smaller this way. Plus it's a lot safer. If I notice like a pack nearby that I'm running into a pack, and trust me, there's nothing easier than dying on a hammered in because you charged into a pack of, you know, uniques. I mean, you can take it extremely safe and just use Vigor for all of your running and pretty much never use charge at all. I would say that's reasonable, I suppose. Like, there's still some areas that I don't use charge at all, just for that reason. Namely, where Bloodlords can spawn. Where did those guys come from? Well, perfect example, just perfect. I literally charged in, not into a pack of, you know, elites, but considering the gear I'm wearing, these guys still hurt. Let's just put this on. So yeah, the areas that can spawn those frenzy guys, I will still pretty much, well, I will use charge just because I feel confident enough, but I will make my charges even smaller like this, and whenever I see any minions, like, I will pretty much stop immediately or charge a bit backwards just to take a better look at them, whether, you know, if they pose any threat or not. Am I going? No, I'm going the right direction. It's a fucked up map. Really deep
This
one.
is no place for a warrior to die.
Okay. Guys need to die. 3.5k damage on my Merc. It's currently enough for sure. I don't mind him having this damage for the rest of the game. I don't really care. The extra damage on Merc is of course nice and shit, but the slow that he provides me with is kind of pretty valuable. So let's just go here.
Hi. Oh, thank.
Bum. Okay. back into it. Ignore these. Oh, no, no, no. Ah, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not gonna be bothered by those wraiths. Even though they're not immunes, they're still extremely annoying to deal with. Oh. Okay, that's the one. Nice. Is this the last jail level? I'd say jail is one of the more annoying levels. It's like the most annoying level in Act 1 for sure. Just kind of don't like it. I don't know why, but I just don't. Yes, this is like really confined area. I mean, the only class I don't mind this on is sorceress, of course. As well, sorceress is kind of, you don't give a shit. Still keep confusing my hotkeys because
Thanks.
usually this is probably my first character, or maybe second, that I'm actually actively using Redemption. Yeah, Redemption. I usually just go without her. I mean, Redemption is not a huge deal. It's not like a lifesaver or anything of that sort. And it kind of, the point of Redemption is preventing basically something like Fallens to be revived by those shamans and shit. But in practice, kind of, since Redemption has a chance to proc, like, just after killing these guys, Redemption has 65% to proc, and it takes a bit of time. It's not instant, that's the problem. I mean, both the chance to proc as well as, you know, well, not as well as, I mean, the chance to proc means, and it takes time for it to proc, it's not instant, and it's not as reliable. That's the problem I have with this game. If you're if you're doing something with Adamant, you really need those skeletons to be removed. This is not good. Kite. Actually, looks like I'm kind of lacking damage here, but whatever. I don't mind lacking just a bit of damage. I still don't feel safe enough. No minions here, fuck them. And this is such a large map. God dang it. Wrong. Fuck, no. Oh my. Ah. This is stupid. Running all this way for nothing. That's why I hate J level. I bet the entrance to, you know, next level or whatever was just nearby. This is one of those few levels that can actually spawn an entrance to the next level just nearby where you came in. Yeah, like I said, one of the few places that can spawn like this. I mean, since I don't really enjoy, or I haven't really even tried speedrunning, perhaps I should, but I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time. Kind of take all that time into speedrunning. I wouldn't really like to do it on softcore, and then, you know, once you're done, you're done. And since you're speedrunning, you're kind of bound to die. Oh man, fuck. Man, you're so fucking tanky. This is the ideal kiting scenario. Like, I'm moving downward. And every single of my hammers is hitting, so now I kind of want them to get back into downward. If my merc could please hit a couple of them and slow them down, it would make my life so much easier. Please die. This is so tanky. Nice level. Yeah. The moment they got slowed down by my merc, I could barely even move. Here, take the concentration, deal some damage. So I'm already up to almost 4k damage. When I started Hell, that was 10 levels lower. I was dealing like 2.2k. I don't think I've like got any better gear since then, except for one more skill on my helmet. And I'll probably change my helmet for something else. Thinking about the 10% damage reduction on rock salad or something. Once I get to an area that's a bit more scary than Act 1. Perhaps in Act 2 I'll be looking to change it. Or perhaps I'm even considering like making this a bit more speed runish and just going for a teleport, amulet, or helmet. It's also an option. Let's see how it goes, how I feel. Actually, Catacombs is probably one of my favorite areas in terms of the items I've ever gotten here. I've gotten a Cham for sure, maybe a Sir. No, got Sir somewhere else. But I think I got a Jah, and a Cham. So Jah is probably the best rune in the game, really. Along with Burr, and Low, like those four are the absolute best ones. So I'm really kind of, and you also get a shitload of gems because there's a lot of, you know, chests and not to open up, caskets. So usually, especially on Players 8. In Players 8, it's pretty awesome that you get. Okay, those guys are scary. Yeah, so Players 8 are awesome for the amount of drops, like the chance of no drop is pretty low. For, you know, any bosses and shit. So you get a shitload of items. Chests are affected by player count as well. That's why you do lower cuirass on Players 8. Doing something like Catacombs with this many chests is pretty awesome if you're collecting gems and shit. want to get perfect. I was just about to say that I want to get the waypoint just in case. You kind of can get stuck somewhere and then you need to, you know, save and quit. Slimer. There's some minion pack nearby. Some light aura. Probably need to take it a bit more safe. Yep, here we go. Pretty cool, these are easy to kill. Not much of a kill threat on me. Double full rejuve, awesome. I think I've collected quite a few full rejuves by now. Is this the... No, it's not. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore these. These guys are way too... Right, so apparently not. Oh well. Okay, where else? Nice, some rubies. The annoying thing about Paladin is that it's probably the only champion that you need to press as much shift on. So honestly, your kind of hand starts hurting at some point. It's kind of silly, but I think it happens. Clearly not here. So.
I am overburdened.
I got stuck. Fuck off. Fuck. Can take care of these guys, I suppose. Okay. To town. Is that Milliberger's armor? Fuck, dude, Jesus Christ. Like, I almost get excited whenever I see a green ancient armor or something. Kind of feel like I always get disappointed. You know, ancient armors don't drop too often, so whenever you see one drop, which is basically any item that you don't know that well, it drops as unique or, you know, green, kind of get excited. And bam, something useless like Milliberger's. Shit, in case. Yeah. Diamond, large charm, okay. The entrance should be here, because there's really nowhere else it could be. Right. One more level to go. Nope. There's... fuck that shit. I'm not doing full clears, I'm not risking, you know. I mean, if you play it smart, it's there's like minimal risk involved, even versus something like fanaticism, but playing smart takes time. Not a fan of it. Let's kill out these guys. And fuck. Having some fire shamans, you know, and conviction on you. It's not exactly the combo I enjoy, I'll be honest. Nice. So scale mail is shit. Right, hot mail is shit. Andy should be easy once I clear out some minions nearby, just because of my merc's item. The weapon, 75% slow. You know, I wish the damage was better. Like, it honestly sucks. Even though it's up to its, you know, elite version. Still honestly sucks. Even with conviction he does 3.6k gold, 3.6k damage. I mean, he'll deal a bit more. He would deal a bit more, like maybe 4k. If I had better gear. Unfortunately, I don't. So yeah, this damage kind of sucks. Okay, slow down, and she's no friend. Actually, she's still a surprising friend. Oh Jesus Christ! Why is she so? What the fuck? Andy's scary. I suppose my resistances are pretty low.
The Order welcomes you.
Perhaps it will be just slightly better. It's kind of interesting because all the other bosses, they get slowed down way more significantly than Andy. I mean, usually when you slow them down by 75%, they can barely do shit to you. They can barely move. They can, like Bale, for example, he can't even cast spells. Same for Diablo, though I think. Oh, nice, 40 enhanced damage. I'll take that. Okay, let's sell some shit.
Finally.
And yeah, I think that'll be it for the Act 1. Yep, that'll be it for Act 1, so that'll be it for Part 1. Yeah, let me just move to Act 2.
Yes. Look,
And basically bug and Daryl, if that's how you do it. Yeah, that's it for Act 1. Level 75 at the moment, so I think I'm decently leveled right now. Next up is the most annoying act in the game, Act 2, but since I'm Paladin, I have really awesome resistances and shit. I'll probably just use some helmet or amulet with teleport charges, and I'll just, you know, breeze through this act fairly quickly. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll come back with the next video in Act 2. Cheers!